Okay, so the next place that we are going to go is quite special, especially if you are visiting Singapore and you want to take like really good Instagram pictures. You want something that is really unique. This is one place that you should never miss. It is also in Queenstown, so let's go! This is the next location. This is where we call Wessex Estate. Now this is a very interesting estate which is very close to Queenstown area, very close to the previous shop that we went to, and this is very interesting because it is like in the middle of the jungle area. So what you see is that you can see a lot of housing estates, right? Like you can see in the far area there's like a lot of houses and everything, and you can see like people are just staying there as per normal. But then when you come into this small jungle area, it is coming to a wonderful place which is like a fairy tale land. The houses here are little like colonial time houses, okay? And more than that, you can see below here, you can see a small field, and there is like a soccer net there, and there are two, and then there's a chair which is actually like, it has fallen, okay? So it tells me that people do come down here to play, but this is like a forested area, and of course if you are living overseas, you may think like this is very normal to you, especially if you are in Malaysia, this is very normal to you. But in Singapore, this is extremely abnormal. You don't see such things in Singapore at all. You don't see a plain field with, you know, just two soccer nets there with a chair which is fallen. No such things in Singapore. So this is very special to us here. If you go straight down this way, it actually goes into kind of like a drop down, okay, like a small drop down there. And these kind of things in Singapore will be considered like a huge safety hazard. So usually it'll be fenced in, or you know, they'll do something about it except to leave it this way. It looks like there's a small garden there. Okay, so this looks like a small mini garden. You can see that there are poles and leaves, dead leaves around. So somebody's trying to grow these plants here. Okay, let's look at this pole. Oh my freak! Hey, this is scary. Look at the chair there. Oh my gosh! This looks like those kind of haunted chair. Look at this pink chair. You could probably like record a horror story here. Oh my gosh! These plants are very interesting. They actually drop these red seeds. I don't know whether you see. There you go. You see these red seeds here? And people used to collect these seeds in bottles, okay? I think it's like a lost culture in Singapore now. So you can find a lot of these as long as the tree continues to live. You can see the bark is down there, right? But this kind of tree, it kind of like branches all the way out. It's like almost 10 meters away from the starting. And that chair is freaky. Let's go check out that chair. Okay, I'm not going to touch anything down here in case, like, you know. But I think this is like, you know, somebody like the chief sits down here and then enjoys the soccer game. I'm still trying to find for one more of these, I can't. But it used to be like very easy to see. Look out for such things. You can see a lot of grasshoppers around. Ah, here you go. There's another one there. See? Alright, so we've got two. Okay, let's check out the... You found another one? Oh, that's nice. Okay, so we've got three. Yeah. Another one there? Oh, but that looks a bit dirty, the other one there. See, the cool thing is this, is like, it's hard. You know, you can't really destroy this. So cool. Okay, this for sure doesn't look that old. So somebody placed this here quite recently. You can see it's quite well taken care of, right? Even the netting is quite new. The only rust I see is down here. So this tells me that it's probably out here for close to at least 8 months. Those trees down there look really interesting. Everything here is green and then suddenly, oh, you just see that? Oh my gosh, something just broke. Oh my gosh, what's climbing on my leg? Freak! Okay, let's check out this soccer pole. This looks much older than the previous one, and it's so rusty. Now, I can't tell the age of this from the rust because it still looks generally new in the sense that you can see there's not a lot of shrubs or grass growing around it. So this tells me that this isn't too old. See that? This is quite new. This isn't like old stuff. So someone's playing over here. We're going to take some pictures now. It's a really nice walkway in front. Houses down here are colonial style, so I can't really show you much because there's like the private housing area. But it looks really interesting with like wood stilts for some of the balcony. Okay guys, if you come down here, you have to be very careful. We just found an ant nest. So you can see tons of ants climbing up this nest. A lot of black ants, okay? Now, there's a history, there's a story to ant nest. So during World War II, there was a story that was passed around. Oh my gosh, I'm actually standing on where the ants are actually walking. So there was a story that passed around that the Japanese would make people run from one point to the next point. So example, like this is the safe place and it's supposed to run through a lot of ant nests to the other end, and if you can run through and survive, you get to run off or get shot at the end, or you actually just topple because of the pain and you fall down and get eaten by the ants. I've got two theories to this thing. Okay, one is that there's somehow someone who's cooking something below, like an underground kitchen, and like the smoke comes out here. The other thing is that this place may have actually been a place where they used to communicate with you know, the underground bunkers in World War II. So it's like if the enemies come in, they'll just shout, you know, and then people below will know what's happening and then they'll prepare. I mean, this looks pretty much like the kind of place, right? It's empty. Whoa, 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 wait. It's slippery. It's muddy. If you guys want to come up to wherever we are here and go towards like the water storage area, there's actually a much better way to come up. You don't go by this small path here. You go by, you see the cross road there, that T-junction, and then you walk up by that way. Okay, you wouldn't know that when you're at the bottom, you can't see, okay? So you're up here. Okay, this place is dangerous because it's really old and you have to be very careful of like things that may fall. You can see that it's, I don't think it's made of cement. You can see a lot of lines on top. It's like there's some wood involved here. This place is a jungle area. You may meet yourselves into snakes and whatever that may come and attack you, so you have to be very careful with that. Some people have actually painted some stuff down here, and we've got vines, we've got these pipes here, stones. Okay, let's turn over this stone and see whether there's... First off, you see these holes here? These are not normal. Something else had been here. Okay, so you can see that this is an ant nest and you can see small little ants. So beneath this, I'm not sure what this is yet, but for sure this is not man-made, this is not natural. Okay, let's see what's under this rock. Boom! Is there anything? So if any of you know what this is, let us know. I'm guessing that actually this is an ant nest, you know. What my best guess is that this is an ant nest, but because it's made by big ants, and when the rain comes, you know, the sand goes in. So if I dig in a little deeper, these are actually the holes to their ant nest. Oh gosh, guys, okay, you know what, we've been down here for some time and we're getting bitten by a lot of mosquitoes and ants, and then I realized something. Okay, this is really dangerous because we are actually standing on a freaking huge ant nest. This whole area here is an ant nest. Okay, those holes down there, look, it's everywhere. Ant nest, ants are coming out, it's biting us. Let's go, let's go. This used to be the old weighing machine. You put a coin here and then you can actually weigh yourself. So this is really nice. How many of you have actually seen this kind of TV before?